So I know what you're looking for. A great breakfast that's easy on the go and you love oatmeal. Well, this overnight oats recipe is sure going to be the trick for you. With only 398 calories, 30 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 55 grams of carbs, it's going to be awesome. All right, here we go. So we're making 5 of these, so we need 5 mason jars. And don't be like me and use the metal lids. Get rid of them things and get these cool plastic lids. They make them for all sizes of mason jars. And you get them color coded. We got yellow, we got orange, we got all kinds of colors. But it keeps it from rusting and getting pretty nasty. I used mine for so long in the refrigerator, over and over and over, and they got pretty nasty. So get you some plastic mason jar lids. So we're doing 5, so we have 5 mason jars. We got a big bowl. We got a scale. Let's get going. Now, this is super easy. We're doing 5 days, and you can use whatever flavor of yogurt you like. I'm using the Oikos Triple Zero. We've got some strawberry here, and we have some mixed berry. We, of course, start off with good old oatmeal. Now, little math is involved here. Not too bad, but it's 40 grams per mason jar. So if we're doing 5 mason jars, we got 200 grams. So I'm going to zero this out for grams, and we're going to go 200 grams of oats. See how close I can get without going over. What is that? Price is right. 200 grams, 200 grams. I'll get it. Oh yeah. Boom, perfect. Perfect, 200 grams. All right, simple enough. Now, next ingredient we're going to add is cinnamon. And what I do is 1 teaspoon, tablespoon would be, that would be a lot of cinnamon. I guess you could use a tablespoon if you want, but we're using teaspoons. So 5 mason jars, so 5 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam! Like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay. All right, now, next ingredient. We have, let's go with some chia seeds. Man, you gotta add chia seeds to these. This makes it so much better. Now, I'll do 1 tablespoon per jar. So if we got 5 jars, 5 tablespoons. Pretty simple, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what I'm really doing is I'm making my base so that the base is always the same, and then you can fill in whatever, different fruits. Today we're using fresh blueberries. You could use fresh strawberries, whatever you want to make your overnight oats. Again, I told you what flavor yogurt we're doing. You could change the flavor of the yogurt. So the next thing we're going to do is PB2. This is part of the base. And so, again, we got a little math going here. So it's 13 grams per jar. We have 5 jars, so what, 65 grams? So zero out our scale. And you could pour it out, you could scoop it out, you just don't want to go too far over. So 65 grams. Ooh, so close. So close. Bam, 65, well, that's good. 65 grams right there. I think I said carbs, but no, it kind of is carbs. How much carbs we got in this thing? 5 grams per serving. Huh, not too much. But yeah, 65 grams of PB2. And then the next ingredient is sugar-free syrup. And this is, and I have forgot to put this in the recipe, and you could taste the difference because this adds a sweetness to it for sure. And so because I'm using sugar-free, it's only 5 calories per serving, so pretty awesome. So what we do here is we do 2 tablespoons per jar. We're doing 5 jars, 10 tablespoons. So get this a rockin' here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam! Just like that. All right, almost done with our mix. So we have almond milk. Let me grab the cup. For whatever reason, I didn't grab a cup. Okay, so we have the cup, and so it's half a cup per jar. So we have 5 jars, so that's 2.5 cups of almond milk. So I've got a 1 cup measure. So we've got 2.5 of these. So there's 1. There's 2. And we're going to go 1/2 of this. Boom. Okay. Now we grab a big spoon. Bada bing, bada boom, and we'll stir this up. Now, once we stir this up, it's going to be a little bit of liquidy. It's not going to be super thick. So what I like to do is leave it sit for a few minutes just to thicken it up. You can try putting it in right away if you want, but I have found that it distributes better and even more even, I guess, as you're trying to spoon it out into all these 5 mason jars. You just let it sit for a few minutes. Just let it thicken up and kind of come together. Plus also it, all that stuff you just mix together kind of incorporates better and maybe has a little better flavor, a little more even. So we're going to put this off to the side and let it sit. All right, so in the meantime, we'll get some of this put away out of my way. Get over here. And what I'll typically do is I don't know why the lid's partly off that one, but we'll take off these lids just to make it easier to get ready to spoon out. We're not going to do that just yet, but what we'll end up doing is it's typically 1 per container or per mason jar. But what I'll do is I'll do half at a time because I want to build layers. Because when it comes time to eating, that when I'm on the go, I don't have to stir it like crazy to try to get it all even and mixed good. If I build it in layers, as you'll see here in just a few minutes, once that kind of comes together, it's prettier, it looks nicer, and it's just better to eat it that way because it's in layers. You got a layer of mix, a layer of yogurt, a layer of blueberries, and then you repeat the process, put a lid on it, put it in the refrigerator. There we go. So I'll get these off here. And my dogs love yogurt, and I'm sure they're over there waiting for it. I usually give them whatever little that's left over in each container, and they just love to get it all over their nose and lick it all up. So, all right, we got those. So anyway, I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes, clean up some of this mess, and we'll come back and we'll start distributing it into the mason jars. All right, so checked on our mix and it's definitely thickened up. It just takes a few minutes. Let me show you guys what that's looking like. See, look at that. Nice, see how thick. Not way too thick, just, we're just not just totally solid. So let's move our scale out of the way. And let me show you. All right, so I usually use I usually have a bigger spoon than this one. I'm not sure where it's at. So I have a really cool spoon actually that's I use a lot for Overnight Oats. It's kind of a flat, rounded, flat-rounded spoon. I don't even know what you call it. It's some special spoon. I don't know where it's at. But anyway, I'm using a regular big spoon. So I'll put a couple of spoonfuls in each one. Again, I'm going to build these in layers. So you'll see why when we get done here. Does it take a little bit longer doing it this way? Probably. But the end result is what matters. Because when I go to eat this, and a lot of times I'm eating on the go. I'm never at home eating my first meal. And this is typically my first meal. It's so good. So good, so good. All right, so just like that, I'll put an even amount on all of these. Put that aside. And then we'll start with yogurt. And again, I'll just put half a container into each one. It's, by the time we get done, it's going to be a full container in each one. But I'll do a half a container in each one. Just a big spoonful. So I'll divide it out kind of as even as I can. One container to 2 different mason jars here. And again, my dogs yeah, are waiting. I love this yogurt, man. I'm kind of spoiled. All right, so this is looking really good. It's so nice to get these made because you don't have to worry about breakfast for the next 5 days for the most part. So nice. Easy on the go. Easy to eat on the go. Don't have to worry about heating it up. So it's a big plus. Okay. All right, so we got half container in each one. Some blueberries. I usually just sprinkle a few of them in there, just like so. I don't typically weigh them out because I don't put a ton in there. There we go. And now there's our first layer, and we're going to just repeat the process. So we'll take the remaining portion of our mix here and just try to cover the top part of it. I usually do 1.5 spoonfuls, and I'll come back, and if I got any left over, then I'll put more in. And of course, I do make a little bit of a mess. You know, if you don't make a mess, I mean, what's the point? You gotta make a little mess in the kitchen, right? You gotta slop it around. Can't be clean all the time. Of course, I will clean up my mess when I'm done. All right, so move that aside. So now we're going to finish with the yogurt. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, this recipe is super easy, super tasty, and I like that it actually lasts, several days. You know, I usually go to the grocery store on Sundays, and then I'll prep a few things throughout the day. I cook my chicken, cook my beef, turkey, and then make my overnight oats, maybe a couple of things. And as you can see, this is easy peasy. It's not taking long at all. Probably will obviously be going a little faster, or wasn't making this for you guys. But yeah. All right. Boom. All right, so there is all those. Dogs gonna love that. And then we have top her off with the last of the blueberries. And I'll have to get my other blueberry out. Good thing I rinsed them because I knew I was going to run out. So got a few more blueberries added in here. Man. Boom. Boom. Okay. Easy peasy. All right, so now lids. We done just like that. We got 5 days of some super awesome overnight oats. Now, what I will do is I'll put these in the refrigerator, and you know, I've actually made these where I know there's overnight oats, but as soon as I make this mix like this, I may have an hour or less in the refrigerator, and I'm eating the first one sometimes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be there overnight, but it does kind of pull together or harden up, or not really harden up, but come together more if it's there longer. But what I'll usually do is I'll get out in the morning, and when I put all my meals together, I'll grab one of these, and last minute before I eat it, I'll put in some granola, you know, sprinkle just a little bit of granola in there. So like a parfait or whatever, depending if your macros allow, but I like the peanut butter granola. And I'll sprinkle a little bit on there, and it's so good, so good. So there you have it, boom, bam. Easy peasy, 5 days worth of overnight oats, ready to go, grab and go, and hopefully this will help you in your meal plan and meet your goals, whether it's lose weight, gain weight, mini cut like I'm doing, or whatever. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them in the section down below. And until next time, we'll see you on the next one.